I'm going to be doing a reborn must-haves video. So there's kind of a lot to cover in this video, so let's get started. So I kind of have everything split up into categories, like the loveys and toys category, the car seats and gear category, diapers and extras category. So let's get started with the diapers and extras category. So what you will need for diapering and stuff like that, you'll obviously need diapers. These are just size newborn diapers. I just have 2 of them here. You'll need wipes. Closed. If you want to brush your baby's hair, if your baby girl reborn has hair, then a soft bristle brush. If you want to powder your reborn, sorry, that was the powder water bottle. If you want to powder your reborn, then you need baby powder, but I don't recommend this for people who don't want to powder their reborn. And I don't also recommend this for people with reborns that have a cloth body. If you want to powder their limbs, you can do that, but don't put powder in the cloth body, because I don't really recommend. I can't talk today. I don't really recommend putting powder on the cloth bodies because I don't know what it could do. I've never done it, so yeah. And then if you also, when you're brushing their hair, if you want to wet their hair, you can just damply dampen the brush, slightly dampen the brush, and with the water, and yeah, that's what this is for. And then you can brush their hair. So that's what is in the diapering and extras category. So let's get on with the gear category. So the first thing I have for more realism, all these gear things are for realism. You don't have to have them, but what I have in the first category, or the first gear item I have, is my car seat. It's my car seat here, and you can have this if you want to take your baby out, or if you have like a snap and go stroller, then you can snap the car seat into the stroller and stuff like that, and it just adds for more realism. So I have that. So I'm gonna go put this back up before I show you the rest of it. So yeah. So the next part of the gear I have is my stroller. This is also for role play purposes. This stroller here is more for a toddler, but the babies look good in it too. So yeah, it has like a canopy and stuff like that. And this is also good if you want to take your babies on a walk, or take your babies out, like outside, or take your babies out like to the store or something like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that up. Sorry, I'm like putting stuff up as I go, so I don't have to do it later. And the last thing in my gear category is my bouncer. This, guys, is my bouncer. It's good for putting your baby in if you don't feel like holding them at the moment, or you're doing something and your baby doesn't want to be put down. You can just put them in the bouncer. And if you have a toddler, I don't recommend this type of bouncer. I recommend a toddler bouncer, which is over there by the wall. So I don't really want to show you that one. But I do have a toddler bouncer, so yeah. Sorry, I'm putting this up. Do this. Maybe not. I'll just leave this down here. Okay, my last category is my formula, my feeding, bottles, lovey, and blankets category. So let's start. Every baby has a little lovey that they can cuddle with, and this is my little reindeer that I got for the babies. My uncle gave it to me, but I just decided to give it to the babies. And his name is JB. And I recommend loveys because it's nice for the baby to cuddle with them when you're not cuddling them, when you're not holding them or anything. So yeah, there's the lovey. And formula. I have formula here. If you have a bottle or something like that, and you have formula, and you want to like role play, if you like role playing as much as I do, then you can feed your baby with the formula, and it's very realistic. But I do recommend that every time you use formula, that you dump it out of the bottle every couple of minutes, like after you feed your baby, because it can go bad and it stinks. Like, no joke, it stinks. So there's that. The next thing I have is a blanket. Blankets are good for swaddling, when they're down there on the floor or in the bouncer playing or something like that. You can just put a blanket on the floor, and lay them on it and play with them, or you can you can swaddle them while feeding. You can swaddle them while feeding them. But yeah, that's what I have for the blanket. I have that. Next thing I have is for the clothes and stuff category. I have these mittens. I recommend mittens, especially for newborn size reborn babies, because newborns tend to scratch themselves, and I just recommend it for the realism and stuff like that. And headbands, I don't have one with me right now, because Amberlynn's wearing it. And I don't feel like crawling over a chair to get it. So, yeah. I do recommend headbands, though. Headbands are so cute. So yeah. The next thing in my clothes category is a sleeper. Any cute sleeper that will work for your baby. For the cold. Just looks good. And I do recommend when you're buttoning, or not buttoning, when you're changing your baby out of their day clothes into a sleeper, I do recommend you only unbutton the first couple of buttons instead of having to unbutton all of the buttons and then having to button them all back up. So that's a lot easier than having to button all of those buttons back up. So yeah, that's what I recommend with the sleeper. The next item I have is a pair of pants. Because all little girls and boys, but I don't have any boy pants, need a pair of pants. For the winter, so all little girls need a pair of pants, and I do recommend like the ones with elastic in the waist. So yeah. The next item I have is a hat. Because all newborn babies need to stay warm. And that's another reason why I picked a sleeper for this video, because all babies need to stay warm, and yeah. And mostly hats look good on babies. And like if your baby's having a bad hair day, or you just want to put a hat on them because they look cute in a hat, then go ahead. That's why I recommend a hat. Next thing I recommend is a bib. This one just has a bear on it. I recommend a bib because when you're feeding, it makes feeding look more realistic. So yeah, and also when you're feeding them, the milk doesn't go all over them. And yeah. The next thing I recommend is a bottle. Because when you're feeding your reborn, you're gonna want to put the milk in something, and obviously it's a bottle. So, and when my nose is just like seriously bad. Ugh. And when you get your bottle, it's not gonna be sealed, but when you buy some silicone sealant, you're gonna have to seal the top of the nipple, like where the stuff comes out. Because if you don't, it'll come out. But for me, I don't have any silicone sealant, so I can't seal the bottles right now. I'll just have to ask my mom if she'll give me some, but yeah. So I recommend a bottle. The last thing I recommend is a t-shirt or a onesie. Because you can pair a t-shirt with just a diaper, if your baby has full legs. If your baby has like 3/4 legs, like Amberlynn, then you can pair it obviously with a jacket or something like that. I mean, not a jacket. You can obviously need a jacket, but you can pair it with a pair of pants or something like that. But yeah, guys, that is my reborn must-haves. And I'm sorry, guys, if I'd done this video already. I'm sorry, I'm doing it again. So, I know I didn't do this video already. So, yeah. Comment, rate, subscribe, request more videos, and yeah. Stay tuned for more videos. Maybe not tonight, but maybe this sometime another day this week. I'll probably film some more videos. So yeah, bye guys.